Hello students, how are you? I hope you are doing well. Today we are here for video class of class 6 for North Sikkim Academy. The topic for discussion is electricity and circuits. In this chapter you will learn about what is electricity, sources of electricity, electric circuit and its components. And number 4, structure of electric cell or dry cell, types of circuit, closed and open circuits, electrical conductors and insulators, the electrical safety. Now let us discuss the first topic, that is electricity. What is electricity? Now electricity is the energy associated with charged particles. The moving charged particle causes an electric current. Now what I am going to tell you is what is charged particles. Now these charged particles help the flow of current from positive terminal to negative terminal. Now we use electricity for lighting our homes, offices, streets, markets and many more purposes which we use in daily day-to-day life. Now the second topic to be discussed is the sources of electricity. Now in sources of electricity is a device that is used to produce an electric current is called the sources of electricity. Now let me see the sources of electricity are pencil cell, mobile battery, dry cell, solar cell and battery. Now I can show you the picture of the batteries which has been used in the parts of the machines. Now dear students, I am showing you the example of a battery which we use in our machines like remote controls, car which the student or the children plays, and in different cameras. These are the things which is being used, and this is the battery, and I'll show you the parts of the battery which is being used in this battery is the metal cap. The tip of this which is being pointed up, it's the metal cap, and the lower part, this lower part is called the metal disc. And we have got two terminal. The sign is given, the positive sign, that is the addition sign we call it, that is the positive terminal, and the negative sign or the subtraction sign we call it as usual, that is the negative terminal. Here I have got another type of battery which is being used in different machines like microphones, cameras, which the people use for longer period of time, and this battery has got both the terminal on the top half of the battery. Here you can see this. The small round which you can see in the screen here is the positive and the bigger one is the negative. Now I'll tell you the difference in this cell here. Here both the side, one is the positive and the negative is on the top and the bottom. Here it's on the top. Now another topic to be discussed is the electric circuit and its components. The closed path of an electric current is commonly known as electric circuit. The following are the electric components of a circuit which is known to everyone: cell, battery, switch and the bulb. As clearly shown in the picture here, and the same picture I have shown you in the previous slide also. I have shown you the type of batteries being used in different type of machines. These machines helps the people to use the machine carefully and easily without any problem. The next topic is the definition of closed circuit. The electric circuit in which there is no gap in the connection between the terminal of the cell, wire and bulb is known as closed circuit or a complete circuit. To explain you this in detail, I'll show you the picture of a closed switch. You can see the cell, you can see the bulb, and you can see the closed switch. That means, student, what you do is when you turn on the light, switch on, see the bulb is glowing. This means that this is a closed circuit. Now the definition of open circuit. The electric circuit in which there is a gap in the connection between the terminals of the cell, wire and bulb is known as open circuit or incomplete circuit. Now here the difference, what is the difference in both this open and closed is, I'll show you in the picture here. See, the figures are same. You can see the cell also, you can see the bulb also, you can see the switch also. See the switch? When you off the light, when you say off the light, see the gap here, that means this bulb is not glowing. Here we can see there is a gap in the flow of current. Why there is gap in the flow of current is because when you switch off the light, the flow of current does not reach the bulb. That is why this is known as incomplete circuit or open circuit. Now students, let's discuss about the conductors and the definition. The material which allow an electric current to pass through them are called electric conductor. Conductor helps the current to flow. That is why there is another term called good conductor and bad conductor of electricity. I have given some example of those materials which are gold, copper, silver, iron and aluminium. Now these are the example of the conductor. Now see, we cannot make gold wires. Why we do not make gold wires is because it's very expensive and commonly used at home in most of the places are copper wires. These are good conductor as well as it is not that expensive to gold and silver. And aluminium. These are the two wires which are used by electricians, people of power industry. They use these wires is because copper is used at home, aluminium for far distance in huge poles. We can see outside when you go around with the family members, when you are driving a car, when you are going for a ride, you can see from the window of your vehicle that you can see big towers. Those wires are made of aluminium. Now, I've got few examples of non-metals also. They are graphite, impure water, human and animal bodies. Now let me talk about insulators. Now insulators are the materials which does not allow electricity to flow. Some examples are cotton, paper, plastic, glass, pure water. Now here the example of plastic is, you can see the wires which has been covered by plastic. Why we use plastic to cover the wires is because as insulators they are not good conductors of electricity. That is why we do not get shock. The electrician, they use plier. In the handle of the plier you can see plastics, you can see rubber. They use rubber gloves. Why they use is because to avoid them to get shock from electricity. There is a saying in electricity. Electricity is a good servant but a bad master. Now this portion, when I have to explain you, this is to be done by each and every individual. Likewise it says, electricity can be very dangerous if we do not handle electrical devices carefully. When I say carefully means, those are the people of the power department who uses power gloves, all which has been used and made by plastic. Why they use is because they want to avoid their chances of getting electric shock, and these are the moments where these people are very careful and they care for their own lives. And the another says carelessness in handling electricity and electrical device can cause severe injuries and sometimes even death. You can clearly see when people do not handle the electrical devices carefully, there are every chance for getting them shocked and even severe injuries to their body and even death. Now here in the screen you can see various type of pictures which is being made here. Now what I am trying to tell you is the power supply which we get at home comes from a power station. A power station, it comes from a power station. The flow goes to it known as step-up transformer. Here you can see when you go outside, when you go around to power stations, you can find this transformer which is bigger in size. From here it flows. Now see, it goes to tall pylons, then step down transformer, then it goes to the pole. See, the poles are here. These are big tower. Normally we call it as a tower, but it's called tall pylons. And lastly, from all the poles it goes back to homes. This is how we get electricity. With this topic, we have come to the end of the chapter called Electricity and Circuit. I hope every one of you have understood. If you have any problem regarding any of the topic of the chapter, you can text me through WhatsApp. Thank you for watching.